What is up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. From my previous video, I mentioned that the baby got sick and we thought it was chicken pox, and it is not. It is in fact hand and foot mouth. So went to their friend's house Wednesday morning. On Thursday they texted, hey, like our son broke out in this rash, it's really bad. He was fine for a few days, but Thursday and Friday he was super cranky, and we just thought, oh, he's in a new growth spurt, like he's just growing. And I was like, I don't know, like this seems kind of and then like on the inside of his legs he started breaking out in like little tiny bumps, like they look like pimples. And by Saturday after the race, came home, he broke out completely, like really bad on his back, and it's just gotten worse. I think today is the first day, so today recording this is Tuesday. This is the first day where it looks like there's no new patches or no new like outbreaks on his body, so that's at least good. I think we're on a little bit of the upward mend of like no new breakouts. We're probably on the trajectory of healing a little bit. We went to the doctor yesterday and we did get it confirmed. They were like, oh no, this is just a really bad case on hand and foot mouth. Honestly, I don't really know the difference. I just know that it's not chickenpox. Hand and foot mouth tends to normally come out on the hands, feet, and mouth, but for him it started on his trunk and it just spread everywhere. So it started not in his hands, feet, and mouth, and it started everywhere else. So you can see it on his little chin there, but he's definitely covered head to toe, pretty much. His head is pretty okay, but like his back and his legs and arms are really bad. So we've just been doing lots of oatmeal baths, baking soda baths. We had some calamine lotion go on it, or we put some calamine lotion on it, but the doctor said don't worry about that. Doesn't really help a ton. I guess it doesn't itch or burn too bad, which he doesn't seem bothered by it, which is good. It just can be, you can be really achy and really sore, and so he is on some ibuprofen. He's doing okay. He's doing a little better, but he's just really cranky and obviously not himself, and it's just so sad. His little hands, don't put it in my mouth, please. Show him your hands. I'll save you the details, but it looks really bad under his PJs. So unfortunately, we had to cancel our trip to Phoenix. I know I mentioned that in the last video too, that we were going to Phoenix for Dwell, that worship conference, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to go because they can be contagious for up to 2 weeks. They can have the sores for even longer, and then adults can also get it, so we're waiting to see if we don't catch it. And in adults, I guess it can just look like the flu. And so we're like, you know what, even though we're not feeling sick right now, and he might be better, like it is not worth it to wait it out. And then like all of a sudden, the night before we leave, like we're throwing up, or he's still sick or potentially contagious. It's just, I'm just like, I'm not getting on a plane with that. So frustrating, but we also feel bad because my mom's still here and basically just suffering with us and having to lose sleep with us. Because he's not really sleeping through the night. Well, not really. He's totally not sleeping through the night. So I feel like the Lord didn't purposely make Leon sick, but I think it was kind of a sign like, okay, we're just not supposed to go. More than like the conference, I was just really excited to have people that I really care about meet Leon in this stage, like before he turns 1 and when he's a baby. But I guess that's not gonna happen, and that's okay. It is better to protect his health and our health and the well-being of our family. We've just been camping out, watching TV all day. Good morning. It is the next day, 2 days later. I can't remember if I recorded on Monday or Tuesday, but baby is doing a little bit better. He is over like the fever and the initial like outbreak. It looks like there's no more like patches of the rash coming out. It's all kind of starting to heal. It still looks awful, but they're definitely starting to scab over, which is a really good sign. So yay. I am feeling it a little bit. So some of my friends whose kids had it, they said that it was mild for them, like if the mom got it or the parents got it. So for me, it's just like a sore throat. Like my lymph nodes are swollen, my throat's a little sore, I have some congestion. You probably can't hear it a ton, but I'm feeling good enough to not just sit on the couch all day. So the baby's down for a nap. I'm gonna try to get a mini workout in. The husband just installed the TV, and we just got a Chromecast for the gym, the garage gym, so we can have our jams going. But yeah, he's napping, and so I wanted to chat quick about like my upcoming training program and what I'm kind of aiming for in this next season of training. So I'm approaching a year postpartum. I am nowhere near where I thought I'd be at this point. I thought I'd be way further along in my progress. However, we did figure out what's wrong with my health, so that's a huge thing. And now that I have that under my belt, I know what's wrong with my heart. My health is on the uptick. I have been really missing CrossFit. I can't afford CrossFit, and I don't have daycare, so there's no way that I could really make it happen. I really want to up my strength. I feel like lately I've been kind of wishy-washy with my training. Like I'm just like, okay, I could like, I've been training and like kind of sticking to my program besides all the traveling, but the stuff I'm programming, I'm realizing isn't really geared towards my goals. And so, you wanna come be in the video? It's like a super warm day here, even though it's February in Tennessee. It's like gonna be 75 today. But for my training, I'm realizing that I haven't been programming according to like what I actually want to see for myself, either aesthetic wise or strength. And so, look at that. Programming by Eden Scritchfield. So I'm realizing that I need to change up my programming for my goals, which is kind of duh, but I just haven't been intentional with that in mind. And so anyways, the things that I want to see change for me is I want to gain strength. Like I legit want to get stronger. Again, more specifically in my like compound movements, so my back squats, my deadlifts, my bench press. Now it's a little difficult for like deadlifts and back squats right now just because I have some lower back pain still from labor that I'm still figuring out, and have some like doctor's appointments coming up to see like what's going on with that. So I still have to be a little cautious and aware of my pelvic floor, but I want to go back to CrossFit-esque like programming, only really sticking to like the compound movements, and then focusing a lot more on the like circuit training, HIIT training, conditioning, keeping up my running. Like I think something that I really want to get back to, again with my goals, is feeling more agile. When I was in high school and I was in theater and I was dancing and doing CrossFit like crazy, even in college still, I was still very agile. And after having a baby and not doing CrossFit for a while, I don't feel agile. Like things like jumping rope, running, doing box jumps, I just feel like heavy, you know? Like I know I have weight to lose, but I just feel heavy, and like I can't perform those movements to the best of my ability. So I think I'm going to, in the next few days, start programming my workouts very CrossFit-like. So I'll just do back squats for like 20 minutes and then go into circuit training or like some sort of conditioning to build that strength and to get myself to be more agile. So today I don't have anything specifically programmed. I think I'm just gonna try to quickly get some back squats in for maybe 15-20 minutes, and then maybe just do a quick like AMRAP of like, I don't know, jump ropes, maybe some single arm snatches with the dumbbells, and battle ropes or something. Like I'm just gonna kind of throw something together. The good thing is that if I don't have anything programmed, CrossFit gyms across the world constantly post their workouts, so there's definitely something available online if I happen to have a day where it's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? So those are my goals, and I'm gonna get this workout done really quick before the baby wakes up. That was tough. So that was 200, that was on the CrossFit website, today's workout on the CrossFit page. And it was a 200 meter farmer carry, 100 meter walking lunge, and a 50 meter, supposed to be handstand walks. Your girl obviously can't do those. So it was bear crawl, the funny looking things. I am horrible at lunges. My glutes are still very weak, so I just did body weight lunges. That was a long way for lunges. And then obviously, you saw the dumbbells for the farmer's walk. Dude, your arms kill on those. But that felt amazing. That felt so good. And I even had caffeine this morning. My heart is not skipping. Praise the Lord. Woo! I'm gonna shower real quick. Tad has the baby. He woke up just now, and then get on with our day. So I have absolutely no idea what the last content was in this video because it has been a week. We just dropped my mom off at the airport. She was here for like 10 days. I ended up getting sick. You can still hear it in my voice. I don't even know if I mentioned that we figured out it was hand and foot mouth. I think we did. I think I did. But we went to the doctor. They were like, he has a really bad case of hand and foot mouth. We still haven't gotten like the actual test results back, but they were like, this is just a really, really bad case. So it was head to toe. It was awful, and you can still see it. He's like starting to scab over really well though, so it's a lot better. But I got pretty sick. I had flu-like symptoms for a good 3 days, and now it's just kind of all in my neck and throat. But my lymph nodes were so swollen. My my throat was so sore. I had like those chills and aches and like hot and cold back and forth, and I fought a fever a few nights. Fever's gone, luckily, but I still just have like the scratchy, really raw throat, the swollen lymph node thing going on. So it's kind of just like a cold. But he's obviously doing a lot better. His mood is like greatly improved. He is kind of back up and at him. Yeah, he still has, you can still see the rash pretty clearly. We had some neighbors walk by while Tad was doing yard work yesterday, and they stopped and were like, oh, you're sick? Oh no. And they were like, yeah, at the Y, they even had a sign on the door last week that said, if you came last Wednesday to the Y, you may have been exposed to hand and foot mouth, and even the doctor said that it's like going around. So it's legit going around right now. Like, I guess hand and foot mouth is just kind of everywhere. So we're not the only ones who are suffering. It's kind of just happening, at least in this area. I don't know if wherever you're watching, if you know of it, but it seems like a lot of people are getting sick with it right now. But you can see it on his lips still, and his hands have it. It's still, you can still see it very much on his legs, but the baby's very close to walking also. Huh? You close to walking? He'll take a good 10 steps, leaving the couch now, all by himself. I'm also definitely no hand and foot mouth expert, but if you happen to be struggling with it in your household in the early stages now, the progression that, at least from what we've experienced, is just a general lack of feeling good. So like, I felt not great for 2 days, and he also experienced that, like just cranky, just generally not feeling good. And then the fever hits, or like flu-like symptoms. For me, it was like the aches, the chills, the sore throat, the lymph nodes. For him, it was like straight up fever, and he was probably achy. And then that's when the rash starts to come out. And for me, luckily, I have not shown symptoms of the rash, which is amazing. But then, you know, he started breaking out on his back first. So he started on his trunk, and then it expanded. So I guess hand and foot mouth can show up in different ways and can present itself differently in everyone, or for different people. So like our friends, it was just like on their mouth and their hand. I think some had it on their bottom, but like Leon just had it everywhere. So that's why we thought it was chickenpox. But there's not, because it's a virus, there's no medication. You can't really do much but just comfort protocol. So lots of like oatmeal baths, baking soda baths. We bought like calamine lotion for the first few days just to really like bring down any kind of itch or irritation that he could have been experiencing. My friend did get a little bit of rash on her face and hands, and she said it was very painful. Like, it felt like her hand was burning, but then it also was like a deep achy pain. And so she did have to take I think she gave her son too some Tylenol. I had to take some ibuprofen and Tylenol. We gave him some ibuprofen because he was just, there was not even nursing could console him a few times because he was just in so much pain, which is very, very weird for him. Like, nursing will calm anything down. If he's going through whatever, but that it couldn't even calm him down. So that's when we knew, like, you're in a lot of pain. You just need a little bit of medicine. So if they're in that much pain, or because for a baby, you don't know how much pain they're in, and it can be painful. So once they have the rash, it can be burning, it can be a deep ache. So if you need to give medication, I was afraid to do medication, but the doctor said, you know, if they're that bad, like, it's necessary. So we did a few doses just to give him some relief. And then we just kept lathering him in coconut oil to relieve any irritation that maybe clothes would cause on the rashes. And also just to keep it from spreading, obviously keeping him fully clothed because it was everywhere on his body. And then that's pretty much it. You just keep, like, applying things on the rash, whatever is, you know, comfort for the irritation, medication when needed, and then just, if you nursing, and then getting as much sleep as possible, letting them rest as much as possible. But I guess it can last, like, the rash can last a while. They can be contagious for up to 2 weeks. Like, it's a pretty nasty virus. And it's not like chicken pox where you get it once and you're good. Like, you can get it again and again, which is also awful. But they probably build some sort of immunity. His was really bad, so hopefully he's really strong and can, you know, combat it in the future pretty well, or at least have, like, mild cases in the future, but we'll see. Hopefully we won't experience this again. But yeah, you just kind of gotta wait it out. They can also be contagious with their saliva for like 2 weeks, so it is a very awful and isolating virus. Again, I'm not an expert, but that's just from what the doctors told us, what we've experienced. Like, that's kind of the overall gist of hand and foot mouth and what you can do for it, and, like, just comfort measures you can take for you and your baby. Mimi was a good help, huh? Oh, we love our baby. Say, take a Mimi. Take a baby. And we pray in Jesus' name that sickness leaves our house, because this is like the 6th time we've been sick since he's been born, which is basically every other month, and we're over it. So hopefully this is it for us for at least a while. And I still have yet to clean all of his toys. I felt like it was kind of pointless to clean everything while he still was contagious. I think he's getting better now, so we can start cleaning stuff now, huh? But it's Sunday, we're staying home from church, and just gonna have one last relaxing day before the week starts. I'm gonna just close this video out and try to post it tomorrow, so yep, this is what we'll be doing. Do you have any last thoughts?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Go outside, touch some grass.
Wise words. Say bye. Good job. Bye-bye. Clap, clap. Yeah.